Oh yeah, baby, Arizona World Heavyweight Champion back here again. And to go with the whole world champ thing, I love to talk about some wrestling sometimes, yeah. And kind of a sad thing that happened last week, of course, in the news. Bryan, the American Dragon, Bryan Danielson, officially retired as an active wrestler. And oh, it's such a shame. I was hoping he would have one more match at WrestleMania 32. You know, it would have been so cool to have him have another comeback story. But if the doctors say that you have to retire, then yeah. Your health is more important than anything else. I'm going to look back at your old videos, your old matches, and just celebrate that because he was an amazing wrestler. Even though he's not the tallest guy out there, that's pretty much the only thing that, you know, really hindered his career. That he was like 5'8", you know, normal size and everything. But in the WWE, Vince McMahon is always looking for these giants that are like 6'5", 200 pounds of solid muscle and all that, those stereotypical bull crap. But here you had a guy who was very active in the ring, you know, doing all sorts of crazy moves, and was so entertaining to watch. And definitely, you haven't seen that level of crowd anticipation since like the Attitude Era when people were getting behind Stone Cold Steve Austin and The Rock. Daniel Bryan was definitely over with the crowd. The way everybody would chant, "Yes! Yes! Yes!" I'll just remember all his great matches with CM Punk, you know, his main event spot, WrestleMania 30, and yeah, just the different funny moments he had, even with his tag team partner Kane, where I am the tag team champion. No, I am the tag team champion. Just a huge inspiration, and you know, it's nice to know that this guy is actually doing like several charities. He's not going to be like, you know, sitting on his butt or anything. You know, he's going to be like really busy doing great things. And yeah, there's hardly a blemish on his career. And just such a shame that this guy has to retire so young because of all the physicality that he's endured throughout the years. And yeah, Daniel Bryan, you're awesome. I'm just one of the many people out there that wishes you a happy retirement. Yeah, thanks for everything. But now that brings us to another problem because you have so many wrestlers right now on the reserve or injured list. You know, John Cena, Randy Orton, you know, Cesaro, great wrestler. Yeah, Seth Rollins. Man, there's probably more too that I'm forgetting. Just so many wrestlers right now that are hurt, injured, and can't compete. And then we have guys like Titus O'Neil, which would be perfect for that main event spot right now. Because he's really getting over with the crowd. He's doing like tons of charities and everything. He has the look and the size that the WWE likes. You know, 6'7", 270 pounds, you know, solid muscle, and he doesn't look embarrassing in the ring. You know, he's kind of like a younger, faster version of Sheamus. But of course, Titus O'Neil got suspended for 90 days originally, but that got reduced down to 60 days. Because what happened? Because apparently after the Daniel Bryan celebration, you know, the whole talent roster was on the main stage. They're, you know, clapping for Daniel Bryan, and it was pretty much a celebration. I think Titus O'Neil grabbed Mr. McMahon to let Stephanie McMahon through, but you know, this got Mr. McMahon all irate. You know, said Titus O'Neil was clowning around, and that's uncalled for a talent to do that. And he got suspended for yeah, that long of a period. And it's kind of weird. He's going to miss WrestleMania. You're not going to see him for a while. And when he comes back, he's pretty much going to be ass. He's pretty much doing that anyways. But now it's going to be even worse because maybe he's going to be losing to Hornswoggle. And then he's going to get fired a few matches after that. his career is pretty much over and done. And, it's a WWE racist because of that, because Titus O'Neil is a black wrestler. And, yeah, the WWE, even though they're celebrating Black History Month, they bring up names like Booker T, Big Cat, Bobo's Brazil, Mark. They were never the WWE World Heavyweight Champion. They were the World Champion. And yeah, Ron Simmons and Booker T were actually World Champion in WCW. You have a lot of black wrestlers that are actually World Champion in like TNA. Ron Killens or R-Truth, he was actually the NWA TNA World Heavyweight Champion in that promotion, but apparently not good enough to be WWE World Champion in the the current promotion, because he's pretty much both like a mid-card jobber right now. Unfortunately, yeah, a lot of the black wrestlers are in the WWE are pretty much going to be in the mid-card, and you're not going to see one of them in the main event. Because when people realized that Titus O'Neil was not going to make WrestleMania, was not going to get that big payday, they said, no, it's not a big deal, because he wasn't even going to be on the main event anyways. Probably not going to be on the show, probably just going to be in like the Andre the Giant Battle Royal or something like that. Yeah, I wouldn't say that WWE is like racist because you could be Irish, Samoan, pretty much win the championship. Yeah, that's all cool, but if you're black, yeah, not a chance. They have that. Okay, who's going to win the Royal Rumble? Never bet on black. It's not going to be Kofi Kingston. It's not going to be Mark Henry. Nope. And yeah, that's kind of a shame, because there's been so many talented wrestlers throughout the year that definitely deserve that main event spot, but are just not going to get it because of WWE's archaic views on black wrestlers. Yeah, okay, say Titus O'Neil was at fault for grabbing Mr. McMahon. Okay, even Titus O'Neil realized that he screwed up. He even says, yeah, I feel like shit for doing it. But the problem is he was suspended for 90 days. You think of guys like Randy Orton, very talented wrestler, don't get me wrong, third generation, amazing matches throughout his careers, but this guy has a lot of skeletons in his closet. And he has multiple suspensions for, using 12. He got busted for anabolic steroids. But despite that, he was able to get like a huge push in 2013 when he came back, despite his second wellness violation, and became, not only the WWE World Champion, but also the World's Heavyweight Champion, had both belts. You're pretty much your top guy, despite having all these issues. He's been known to be, kind of a pain in the neck backstage, a lot of anger management issues. Yeah, Titus O'Neil is pretty much done now. Despite being a very talented wrestler, has everything the WWE wants, but is now, his career is done. And even Dave Bautista said Titus O'Neil should ask for his release. And if Titus O'Neil does go back to WWE after his 60-day suspension, he's going to be dropping out to guys like Adam Rose, or pretty much buried like Zack Ryder or Darren Young. Is the WWE racist? Well, only racist towards black people. Because, there's never been that black WWE World Heavyweight Champion. And I'm not talking about the World Heavyweight Champion. No, because they pretty much look at the World Heavyweight Champion as the Intercontinental secondary belt, not the main event belt. In fact, it's pretty much discontinued anyways. Now, I'm talking about being in the main event, almost like The Rock was, because technically The Rock is the first ever black WWE World Heavyweight Champion, but The Rock is also half black, half Samoan. And you never had that guy who's like, full African American shit, because the WWE usually puts African American wrestlers and these, odd dancing gimmicks. Think of, what happened to New Day. I love the New Day. They're probably the best part of Raw as of late, and they're getting like the hugest crowd reaction. Big E, he has the size. Kofi Kingston, he has the speed. And Xavier Woods, he has the intelligence. Not to mention a great YouTube show, Up, Up, Down, Down. Great video game player. But are they ever going to be in the main event spot? Sadly, no. By the way things are going, by all the top right, you just have a lot of them are like old white men, and they had just these opinions of what black wrestlers should be and where they should be relegated to, and that's a shame. So maybe in the next 5 years we'll actually see a black African American World Heavyweight Champion, but by the way things are going, it doesn't look good, because if you're a black wrestler, you gotta be stepping on eggshells at the moment, because getting suspended for that long of a time for doing some very minor, a guy like Randy Orton can have like multiple infractions and just get that slap on the wrist. Yeah, should Titus O'Neil quit? If I were him, yeah, I'd definitely get out of there while the getting's good. You have all this attention on you. You could probably make it in Hollywood or make it in like New Japan Pro Wrestling. And it's sad to see that happen, because he's definitely going to get more exposure. Like a lot of his charity work definitely got a lot more exposure on WWE wrestling. But because, I don't know, of that minor infraction, he's pretty much done in the WWE. I don't know. So what do you guys think? I see so many black fans out there, like, Jughead 82 or Nate Milton on the Law, and I wonder how they can possibly like the WWE when, you just see so many talented black wrestlers just get relegated to the mid card, and they have things like Black History Month where, a lot of their black wrestlers are just pushed right to the bottom, or have these whole backstage issues with, race and everything. Yeah, remember what they did to Bros Clay? Remember that whole Big Mama gimmick with Shelton Benjamin? Bobby Lashley, I heard he was, he pretty much quit the company because of that whole incident backstage. The whole Michael Hayes, Mark Henry incident where Michael Hayes used the N-word, and he's the top writer in WWE. I heard Michael Hayes got punished, but he was never fired. Then you have guys like Alberto Del Rio, Mexican and everything, but he got fired when he punched out a head writer backstage. I don't know. It's just this whole stupid thing that we have a multi-billion-dollar company just way in the past sometimes, and it's hard to get behind the company nowadays. I'll watch it now and again. It's still fun entertainment. I still love, seeing the AJ Styles versus Chris Jericho matches, stuff like that. But, it's still going to be the same old song and dance. And just no surprises or anything like that. You're probably going to have your same boring main event matches where Triple H is on top, who barely wrestles anymore. The WWE really wants us to like Roman Reigns. Remember when he punched Mr. McMahon in the face? But that was part of his storyline. No, what Titus O'Neil did was way worse. Way worse. It's just all the stupid nonsense that wrestling fans had to put up with. So what do you think? Do you think the WWE is super racist? Do you think they overreacted with Titus O'Neil? At least I think so. Holy shit. Yeah. Or do you think, the WWE isn't like that racist? It was just a minor infraction, and Titus O'Neil was going to be back and maybe get like that spot at WrestleMania where he gets, tossed over Andre Giant Memorial Battle Royal, and he's back to mid-card spot. I don't know. So what do you guys think out there? Okay, and that's it for me. I'm sorry to get on this whole tangent and everything. I just want to remember the great career of Daniel Bryan, but I also wonder, why is the WWE so mean to black wrestlers? Let me know in the comments below. What do you guys think? Okay, this is Arizona World Heavyweight Champion, over and out.